Most bees can fly 15 to 20 miles per hour, max. But Karen, Bumblebee, Andrina Beecher wasn't most bees. Her last name came from her mother, Andrea Andrina, and her father, Rob Beecher. But Karen's nickname was all her own. Karen had always loved technology and science, almost as much as she loved pretending to be a superhero. On her 5th birthday, Mr. and Mrs. Andrina Beecher had given their daughter her first engineering kit. In no time, she created a set of girl-sized bee wings that oscillated rather than rotated, to create an aerodynamic force for maximum airspeed. Needless to say, her parents were more than a little surprised to find their 5-year-old daughter hovering in the air on homemade bee wings. After they finished applauding, Mr. Andrina Beecher reached for his camera, and Mrs. Andrina Beecher said, "Honey, don't get too close to the ceiling fan." "Look at me," Karen cried out gleefully. "I'm just like the superheroes." As Karen grew older, she moved from plastic gears to metal ones, from flashlight batteries to mega electrical chargers. She studied robotics and chemistry and engineering. Sure, she occasionally blew things up in the bee tree lab, as she had dubbed her treehouse. But explosions, or slight miscalculations as she liked to call them, were all part of the learning process, Karen would tell her parents. And she was plenty safe in her lab. She had designed it herself and then built it with her mother, an architect famous for her eco-friendly tiny houses. Her father, a photographer, would ride the hydraulic lift Karen had constructed to get to the lab, which towered 2 stories above their house. He would bring his daughter cameras to fix, ask for help updating the software on his computer, and solicit advice on jump-starting the electric car she had saved from the junkyard and given him on Father's Day. It was in the bee tree lab that Karen first bonded with the friendly bees who had set up a hive on one of the top branches. Their constant buzz was sweet music to her ears. Karen loved nothing more than to listen to them as she snacked on crisp apple slices dipped in sweet golden honey while she experimented with her tech. One slow day, while talking to the bees, one accidentally stung her. Instead of getting upset, Karen merely removed the stinger to study it. The tiny stinger had a huge effect. It was as if the sting had jolted her brain into high gear. Immediately, she hearkened back to when she had first created her bee wings. Bees, they weren't the question. They were the answer. Later that week, Karen developed a technology that would change the course of her life forever.